So does diet really matter as much as people say it does? So today I just kind of want to talk through diets. Before we get into this, I just want to say I do not follow a diet and I never have followed a diet. I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on the whole eating plan situation. So first off, I just want to say I do not believe in bulking and cutting, because if you are bulking and you gain like 5 kilograms, it's going to be so hard for you guys to knock that weight off. And if you guys aren't really motivated enough, you're never going to lose that weight. So you're just going to get fat and add body fat instead of muscle. So I think it's better to have a constant eating plan rather than diets that just go on and off. I hate diets because people go on a diet just so they can fail the diet. What you're eating should be things you enjoy. You should never start a plan or a diet that you don't enjoy, because you're never going to stick to that. For example, if you're trying to have a cheat meal, why is it a cheat meal? If you want that meal, you should be able to eat that meal. If you're forcing yourself to not eat certain things, you're never going to succeed with that plan, unless you are trying to change the way you eat forever. So what I'm trying to say really is you shouldn't have short-term eating plans. You should pick a plan, or not even a plan, just eat what you want and find what works for you to get the gains that you want. Don't try and force yourself into an eating method that you don't enjoy, because as I just said, it'll never ever last. So you're pretty much just setting yourself up for failure, which is completely pointless. So for me, I want to gain weight and muscle, so I try and preferentiate carbs and proteins in my meals, but I don't force it. I just eat what I want to eat, and I just like kind of try to get more protein and more carbs, but I don't force myself to eat anything. And more importantly, I don't force myself not to eat anything. It's so much easier to be successful and stick to a plan if you are enjoying that plan. If you're working out and you're not enjoying it, if you're eating food that you're not enjoying, how long do you really think that's going to last? I need as many calories as possible, so that whether that's kebab, KFC, chocolate, I don't mind. In my eyes, it's calories, and it's not affecting me. I exercise quite a lot, so I don't gain the weight. So if you guys are gaining a bit more weight, just try and up the cardio. Just watch what you're eating, because if you're in a calorie surplus, it means that you're eating more than you're burning off. So if you're trying to gain muscle, that's perfect. But if you're trying to lose weight and you're eating more calories than you burn off, you're just going to carry on putting on that weight. So you might need to just take a look at how much calories you're putting in and how much calories are coming out. All it takes is like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, twice a week for you guys to lose that weight. So if you are a bit overweight and you do want to drop that off, make sure you're not eating more calories than you're burning off. And if you do want to burn it off, just make sure you're putting in that little cardio session during the week. As I just said, I don't avoid any foods, but I'm not saying I eat processed meals every night, I eat McDonald's every day, but I don't stop if I do want it. If I fancy a double cheeseburger like you saw in my vlog, I will eat it, because why not? I work hard to keep my body in shape. I still keep the shreds even when I do eat meals like this. I have kebabs like this. I also have like ribs in a box, like frozen ribs, frozen pizzas. This doesn't bother me, or it doesn't make me feel bad, because this is what I want to eat. I'm not going to start eating food that I don't like just to like put myself in a meal plan. Like, what's the point? If it's working for me, I'm going to carry on eating chocolate. I'm going to carry on eating sweets. I'm going to carry on eating ribs out of a box. I don't mind. But guys, it depends what works for you. Like, I'm not saying go stuff yourself with kebab every day, because that's just not good for anyone. But what I'm saying is enjoy what you're eating, or you're never ever gonna stick to that plan. Like, I have a lot of people messaging me like, oh, what do I eat? What's the meal plan? What's the diet? And guys, there isn't one. There's no magical diet. There's no magical meal plan. It's what works for you, and it's what you want to achieve and what goals that you set for yourself. I can eat bars and bars of chocolate, boxes of sweet, packets of crisps, and I never ever put on body fat. That's just me. For some people, they're not the same, so they do have to work that bit harder to let that weight drop off. But it is different for everyone, so there is no magic meal plan. All these fitness influencers just want to sell you their meal plan so they make money. It's not going to help you guys. I'm not saying don't buy meal plans, don't follow any of the guys that are promoting their diets, because they could work. But what I'm saying is there is no magical one that will just give you gains. It is all just food at the end of the day, and I think I'd rather be eating food that I enjoy rather than forcing food down me that I do not like. I just want to say that I don't watch my calories, I don't record it anywhere. I literally just eat what I want to eat, and I check my body weight, obviously. I check how much muscle I'm gaining. I still keep my six-pack all year round, to be honest. So I think what I'm doing is working. I could be a lot bigger, I could be a bit more shredded, but for me, I think I'm doing all right to say I don't stick to any diet plan. If you do want to know what meals that I eat that do help me to gain weight or muscle, just wait till the end and I'll give you 5 meals that I love to eat. I also just want to say I don't take supplements or drink any protein shakes. So for you guys that are quite skinny and you do want to put on size, you don't need protein shakes. All you need to do is try and eat more. I know it is quite hard to eat more if you do have a small appetite. I suffer from this myself, but you guys have to just keep pushing through that. It is better than using artificial protein. You might as well just eat that chicken, get those carbs in as well, because this will be more natural and it will get you the gains over time. Like, I'm not saying don't take supplements and don't drink protein, but I think you should definitely try doing it the completely natural way. Not saying that it's not natural, but like with just foods instead of the artificial protein just before you try it, just to see if it does work for you. Don't go straight into the shakes. Try it out first. So people say that your body is 90% what you eat, and I do agree with that to some extent. I think there's a misconception between diet and working out, because you don't need to be on no perfect magical diet to have a good body. If you're working out hard and training hard in the gym, I'm proving this. Like, you don't need a magical diet. You can still eat sugar, you can still eat crisps, you can still eat anything you want as long as you are training hard and working with what your body does. Take Tristan Lee, for example. He is completely shredded. He sticks to a really strict diet to get them shreds. That is what he wants to do. That is how his body works. Some people won't want to do that, so you don't have to do that. That isn't the only way. Not even that healthy to be so shredded. You want to be at a steady body fat percentage, maybe like 10, a bit above 10, a bit below 10, but you shouldn't be down in those low 2.5s, whatever. That is way too low. You can see your six pack at like just below 15% body fat anyway, so you don't need to be so much lower than that. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to make that clear that there is no magical diet and there's no magical meal plan. It's literally just what you want to eat and what works for you. And I suggest eating food that you enjoy. So as I am allergic to eggs, it is kind of hard to get all that protein in my meals because eggs are a really good source of protein. I have to find ways around that by just eating a lot more chicken, a lot of avocado and salads and stuff, just because I can't eat those eggs and I do need that source of protein to gain muscle. You've just got to really work around what your body does. Like, as I'm allergic to eggs, I've got to work around that. I need to make sacrifices, make substitutions. You guys need to do the exact same. So if you guys that want to lose weight, here's what you should do. Record the calories you eat in one day, and then record how much calories you lose in one day. And if your calorie intake is higher than your calorie output, this is what you guys need to work on. So what I suggest doing is throwing in a few more cardio sessions, so much so that you get that output to at least level out, and then you want your intake to become lower, then you burn off. So if that didn't make sense, let me just explain it again. So if your intake is lower than your output, you're literally losing weight because you are getting rid of more calories than you are taking in. So you're losing weight, you're losing calories every day, which is good for you guys that do want to lose that weight. So if that is what you want to do, take my advice and try that out. So if you guys do want to gain weight, obviously it's going to be the opposite. So you want your intake to be higher than your output. So same situation for you guys. You want to record it for a day, record your calories in, record your calories out, and try and level it out and then try and move that higher. So you want to be taking in a substantial more amount of calories than you do burn off, so you do gain that body fat or body weight or whatever you want to do. But guys, if you do gain weight, you want to be working that off in the gym, otherwise you'll just gain it as fat. Nobody wants a high body fat percentage, so if you do want to get big or bulk, even though I don't believe in bulking and cutting, if you do want to get big like I do, you need to be working hard in the gym. You need to be putting that mass onto your chest, onto your shoulders, onto your quads. You don't want to be storing it as body fat in your stomach or in your arteries, because obviously that isn't good for you. Overall, what I'm trying to say is, you guys can go out and eat whatever you want. You can eat Mackey's, you can eat KFC. You don't have to be strict with yourself. There's bodybuilders that smoke and drink all the time, even though I don't promote that. They do it and they can still look great. There's no perfect diet or meal plan, and don't force yourself to eat things that you don't enjoy because you'll never stick to it. So it's just completely pointless. Don't force yourself into a workout that you don't enjoy. Make yourself enjoy it. If you do need to be strict with yourself, that's a whole different thing. But you can be strict with yourself and still enjoy it. You don't have to punish yourself all the time. But most nights I do have like a home cooked meal, a roast dinner or like chili or something, which is really good for you. It's better than having like stuff out of a box all the time. You still want to have your healthy foods because that is good for anyone. It doesn't mean you have to be a bodybuilder if you eat like healthy food. Like, get your meat from the butchers and like don't eat so much processed food. I'm just saying you can. You don't have to stick to a good diet. I eat home cooked meals most nights because that's just what my family does and I enjoy them, so I carry on eating them. But this advice is for guys and girls really. Like, if you think you're fat, Don't force yourself onto a diet that you're not liking. Just work harder at your workout and eat what you enjoy. If you are eating too much sugar, then just cut the sugar. Like, you can still have it, just don't have as much. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, guys. If you do want a summary, try not to do bulking and cutting. Don't force yourself into a meal plan that you don't enjoy. There is no magical diet. Calculate your calories in and out for one day to see where you're at. And number 5, just enjoy it. So for you lot that did stay around to see what 5 meals that I enjoy eating, here we go. So number 1 has got to be bacon and pasta with salad. If you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know that I love this meal. The bacon is a good source of protein. It's nice salty taste. The pasta's obviously great carbs. And the salad just gives it that extra taste, and it does add some healthy food in there. 2 has got to be fried chicken. If you've seen my day in the life or my weight gaining video, you'll know that I do eat quite a lot of chicken. So chicken's another great source of protein. It's just a really nice food as well. So yeah, that's number 2. When I used to go to school, my mum would make me like a Tupperware of like chicken, rice, maybe some prawns or bacon in there with some salad. And this was a really, really good box because you got the carbs, you got the protein, you got the salad. So if you guys are still at school or college, try and make one of them up, or ask your mum or another family member to make you one of them up, because that can really help you fuel yourself throughout the day. And this is a breakfast or lunch one, and these are Nutella pancakes. I think these are so nice. I even put some sugar in there. I really enjoy them. But yeah, that's another option for breakfast. So probably number 5 is just a home-cooked roast dinner. I eat so much of these, and they've got so many different types of foods in there. You've got your chicken for protein, you've got your potatoes for carbs, you've got all your vegetables. It's just a perfect meal, really. I know some of you will not have one of these every night or maybe even every week, but they are a really, really good source of food. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something from my advice on how I stay shredded and stay ripped and stay lean, but also gain weight. If you look at my 1-year bicep transformation, you can see that I've added size, but also lost weight. So obviously what I'm doing is working for me. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but yeah. Make sure you stick around on the channel for when I next upload. Make sure you go down there, click that subscribe button, click that like, and drop a comment if there's any other diet advice that you want from me. You can also check me out over on Instagram, over on Snapchat. I'll add you all back on Snapchat, so you can all message me over there. And if you haven't seen it already, click this card right here to go and check my video with Joe Fazer. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. Bless.